you have a responsibility to manage yourself.
The distance or bridge between your dreams and goals and ultimate success is discipline.
In order to be a success at anything in life, it takes hard work. It takes discipline. It takes pushing yourself. It takes putting in more work and action taking than your average individual.
But when you find yourself getting lazy, when you find yourself getting unfocused, it's because you forgot what you're doing it for. You forgot what your motivation is. You forgot what your reasoning is. So I'm going to encourage you, if you ever find yourself distracted, remember why you're there in the first place. When you find yourself getting distracted and running off a course, remember why you're there. Remember why you went there in the first place. Remember what's pushing you, because I guarantee you the reason why you're there was something that got you to that point in the first place.
Discipline hurts, doesn't it? We don't want to do it for a little while. But regret is long term.
You have to grind for your future. You have to persist and push for your future.
If you can truly accept this, that it's going to be hard, and you don't want it to be easy. You want this to be real. You want this to be powerful. You want this to amount to something. You want to work for it. You want to go in there because you want to show up. You don't want to have that feeling of being like, I don't deserve this, because you can look back at the journey. You can look back at the sweat, the blood, the tears, the sacrifices. That's all you. That's something that you can do. And you want to be proud of that.
You got to look internally first. No one is stopping you. You're the only one, right, who's stopping you.
If you can pause a little bit and avoid listening to all the noise that's going on around you and focus and hone in on the things that are important.
When you train yourself day in and day out to keep the promises that you make to yourself and to do what you say you're going to do, no matter how hard it is, it builds an amazing amount of confidence, man. It's just know that you're not just training your body. Know that you're training your mind. Know that you're training your willpower, your integrity, your discipline, your self-confidence. It's going to make you a better person.
You honor the fact that it is hard, and you don't complain about it, and you don't avoid it. You just know that difficulty and that challenge and that frustration, it's part of the process. It is inevitable. It is unavoidable.
You have to be able to really see it clearly, crystal clear what it is that you want to achieve. And then the second part is a timeline. You have to establish a timeline for it, when you're going to do it by, to create that sense of urgency for yourself. So saying, okay, I know what my goal is and it's clearly defined, but if you don't put that timeline, then you can put it off for tomorrow. And that's what we all have a tendency to do. It's tomorrow, or it's going to be next Monday. Monday's like the magical day that we all start everything, and New Year's is the magical day of the year that we start everything. So the key is, what can you do today? That's what's helped me, is learning not only what can I do today, one thing that's going to take me closer to my goal, but what's something that I can do immediately.
Number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. It's very important. You owe that to yourself.
Every single thing that you've ever wanted to achieve and the greatest version of yourself is right out there waiting for you on the outside of your comfort zone. I mean, at the end of the day, somebody has to be the best. Like, why shouldn't it be you? You deserve great things. You deserve to be a champion. You don't deserve to just be mediocre.
I think when you start working out, you have to make all these little promises to yourself. You have to commit to training every day, to eating right, getting enough sleep, and you make all these little promises to yourself, and then you start to believe in yourself once you keep those promises, right? It's like a trust, and then that makes you more confident.
When you guys find a fear, that fear will either create you or destroy you. I love fear. The reason why? Behind every fear is a person you want to be. Fear is self-imposed, meaning it doesn't exist. You create it, you can destroy it too. It's an intangible. If you face your fears, guys, you will realize it's not that big. And once you face it, you go, oh my God, man, I spent all this time running from it. It was so small. If I just faced it, my God, not only did I face it, I beat it back, energy's never lost, transferred. That negative energy, that fear, is destroyed. It comes back in as confidence. You're like, what else am I capable of? What else am I holding my back from that I'm capable of more? Where am I running from I don't need to? What else can I overcome? You face your fears, you become the person you want to be. You run from your fears, you're not living. You're alive, but you're not taking the freedom. You're not running the day. The day's running you. You always be the fucking servant, not the master, guys. Again, it's not the potential of the individual. It's not the genetics. It's the perseverance. The never say die attitude. If you constantly keep throwing shit against the wall, eventually something will stick, guys. Never give in to what you want.